Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
To throw on third down. Townsend, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second down now, it's Crawford. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week.
Ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Ready?
Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Lance now to throw. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 10. That's out wide for Palmer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Lance to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Lance to throw on second down here. Open man downfield is Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First and 10, 26-yard line.
Red, cycle. Card red. Set.
Here's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the second time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time...
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Okay, break. Ready.
Working from the gun, Lance. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And Lance going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third and 2, Townsend under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerome Baker, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
Now Lance. They'll throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ultra. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. A solid stiff arm. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's a love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Hey, green. Strike. Check, strike.
They'll go again with Hall. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and a couple.
Six. Mega.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Ready?
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Sliding out of the pocket. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a tremendous 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Open man, it's Palmer. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Townsend. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in more.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Lance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
38.
On second down, here's Lance. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground, but every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after 1 play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Steal, check, steal, stay.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Breece Hall, touchdown, Washington. Breece Hall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now Lewis selects to return it. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Ready?
Ball want to give up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? Steal, black.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On third down, Townsend. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And they will take over first and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, the number 4's kind of can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
Back now here on EA Sports.
It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 34.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a yard.
Back to throw. Lance. Looking middle, and that's complete. So no gain on the play. And that will bring up third and 1.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Smash. Hut. Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lance. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19. Back to throw. Lance.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From 4 yards out.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
On first down, Townsend. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun.
Townsend, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Hall again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On the double.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
They'll try and run the option. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Trey Lance
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
And here's Lewis.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10. Townsend looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Townsend. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Jamin Davis
make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense,
and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 81 yards. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
60 by 6.
They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now it looks like he'll throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Blaster, 6. Green Jack. Ready?
Shotgun now for Lance. Touchdown, Washington.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Commanders 38, Buccaneers 15.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Shoves him aside. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Looking to throw on second down. Townsend under pressure. They got him again. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating a